Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I want to talk a little bit about Jasmine Coin in particular. I want to talk a little bit about their relationship with Intel and a number of other partners they have, such as Microsoft, and how that is affecting your data and what Jasmine Coin is really starting to do. And I want to take a look at the Q4 Lockup as well as the Jasmine Grant in this video. So lots to talk about. And again, I am super excited, and the price is starting to move, which is always a good sign of people really understanding what's coming with Jasmine. So be sure to subscribe to the channel, smash a like on this video if you are in the Jasmine army, and let's take a look at exactly what is going on. But first, let's take a quick look at the global market. We are actually seeing a nice rise. Bitcoin broke back above 28,000 and continued up all the way to 28,270, up 2%. The global market, $1.18 trillion, which is kind of good to see. We see that ETH and a number of others really starting to move over the course of the last 24 hours. And more importantly, probably over the last couple of hours. Now, if we take a look into Jasmine Coin specifically, you can see we're seeing a nice 10% increase in volume, $45 million, market cap heading up to a $300 million market cap, 4% up, 6152 being the price. So all good in terms of the price potential. We'll take a look a little bit more detail in just 1 second around the actual technicals. But I did want to talk a little bit about their partners that they have. So there's a fantastic article from IC Amphibian where they talk about how Microsoft, as well as Intel and another other partners, are really starting to look at data more closely and how Jasmine can really solve that aspect of data decentralization and democratization. So just talk about this. It might be a little bit wordy. I'll try and explain it as much as I possibly can, but I'll leave a link directly to IC Amphibian's Twitter so you can come and check this out yourself. But he talks a little bit about the same vision as Jasmine, which is about data democracy. So how do you control your data? Who gets to look at it? And ultimately in the past, it's all been about trying to get as much information out of you as possible to then sell on your data to either large companies or any other big. That's the whole kind of premise behind social media. Places like Facebook, Twitter, they try and take your data, try and take what you're looking at. We've all heard of cookies, and ultimately then try and either sell you something or put your data to good use. It continues, says, earlier this month, Jasmine released this official and confidential image, noting cooperation of devices and databases with Microsoft and Intel. We've talked about this in a previous video. You can see their cooperation in development of devices and DBs, both with Microsoft and Intel. And then they also have collaboration with overseas device companies in Asia, as well as Japan in Vio, Avita, which I talked about in my previous Jasmine video. I'll link that down in the description so you can go and check it out, as well as Sony and a number of other partners. Again, remember, part of the development team were all heads of certain departments over at Sony. So, really important of what they've got. And this data selection, considering privacy by Jasmine's original Edge AI engine, is really, really important. It says Microsoft continues to describe innovation tools for data democracy in Azure. Now, Azure is a very interesting concept. Now, Azure being their kind of web platform, their cloud, if you will, of how they bring products to that cloud to support the data catalog and other data collection services to help you support your use of data. So I think it's really, really important of how they've got there. It's also got many forms of supported data in terms of the Azure data share. Now we can take a look at this. You can see how much data it actually does support. You can see there a ton of different things: blob storage, data lake storage, Gen 1, Gen 2, the SQL database, the Synapses analytics, and ultimately the data explorer, again, to make sure that your data is supported both from a data SharePoint perspective and equally that security that everybody is looking for. It says Jasmine Network is a managed identity service. So we are integrating managing identities for Azure Resource and Azure AD authentication. So Microsoft and Jasmine really align to what they're trying to do with your data. And I think it's a very, very important point. They then talk about Azure being the most powerful data storage and sharing tools. With Azure Data Explorer, you can easily and securely share your data with people in your company or external partners. Then you layer on top the potential of blockchain technology that sits within that. You get this hybrid of kind of Jasmine and Azure, which is very powerful in both holding our own data and, again, talking about this data democratization and ensuring that only you share what you want to share. It says, I'll leave you with Japan's Number Act. To help our Japanese customers protect their privacy of personal data, Microsoft implemented a technology and organizational security safeguards that comply with the My Numbers Act. And the My Numbers Act in Japan, again, part of this Microsoft build out, but the Japanese government enacted My Numbers Act, which took effect in January 2016, assigned a unique 12-digit number called My Number on a social benefits and tax number or individual number to every resident of Japan, whereas Japanese or foreign, given each person one number for all purposes, like the US Social Security number, designed to simplify and make more efficient taxation and the implementation of social benefits, such as national pension, medical insurance, and unemployment. You then think about that applied into the world of data collection and Jasmy's blockchain. All of a sudden it becomes very, very exciting that Jasmy can fill the gap, fill the void that we know Microsoft are starting to work into. We know they're looking to get into that, and equally those build outs in terms of devices with Microsoft and Intel all of a sudden becomes very, very interesting for Jasmine Coin. And I, for one, I'm super excited about what that truly brings. Now, it doesn't stop there, though, with Jasmine Q4 Lockup. Now, Matt Perry did a fantastic breakdown of exactly what this could potentially look like. But fundamentally, what we do know is it is coming Q4 2023. It's ultimately a supplement for burning. And you can see there, removing available circulating supply for company holdings. This is the place of a burn mechanism. You lock the tokens away. The price increases, your tokens or coins suddenly become much more valuable in terms of what they want to do. Now, the Jasmine Coin themselves want to lock tokens away, and they've committed to do that to the sum of nearly 70% is the ambition to get locked away, which, if you think about it, then removes it from circulating supply. We talk about this when we talk about Lunar Classic quite a lot. And actually what we'll then see is a stark increase in both price and scarcity. And what does scarcity drive? It drives people to buy it. So we'll keep really close to how this starts to look out. We're still a little bit away from really this starting to land, but as we get more and more information, we will absolutely bring that to you. And finally, the Jasmine Grant. I always think it's worthwhile just talking about what this does and how this supports both build outs and equally the Jasmine ecosystem. Now, we don't see this out there with too much, but you can see there is a substantial amount of money that backs this in terms of grants with fantastic ideas. You can come and connect your wallet and vote. Equally, you can apply for a grant yourself. So if you out there in the community, and there is some fantastic people in this community, again, I've only been really kind of looking into Jasmine in the last maybe 4 weeks, 5 weeks, but what I can say is some of the community members, if not all, are amazing in terms of what they're doing. Everyone is really excited and equally really deep diving into what Jasmine brings. But you can come over and you can get funding if you have a fantastic protocol or something you want to build out for the Jasmine ecosystem. You can come over here and apply for the grant. Now, what's really exciting as well is you can come and see what's already on here and what they are trying to do and cast your vote. So you can see here the JVP protocol, and you can equally go onto this and take a look at exactly what they're doing. Click on this little web icon and it's going to take us over here. They're boosting Jasmine stakeholder yield potential and voting power starting at the Jasmine Grant, and it talks through exactly what they're trying to do: better capital efficiency, more voting power, maximize rewards, as well as the native governance aggregators. What is the aggregator? And takes you through exactly what it is. Now, if that's something you like the sound of and you think it's a real benefit, you can cast your vote. You can see here a number of people really putting their votes onto the Jasmine Grant. So for me, really excited in terms of what they're doing, and again, just another build out that you can support the Jasmine ecosystem. Now, take a look at the price, the exciting bit. We've seen a massive spike in the last hour, a huge run up aligned to the Bitcoin price, but then we continue. We actually came and tested this top range of the 6.2s, did get rejected, came back though and found support at the 6.1 level. So it's going to be really interesting over the course of the next couple of hours where we sit and consolidate in here. However, if we take a look down here, we can see that we have the cross here with the 9 and the 20 and the 50, a super bullish movement here, as well as we see the parabolic SAR starting to look very bullish, as in the MACD. So everything right now for Jasmine looks pretty bullish out there. We are definitely seeing a positive sentiment to the upside, and this could well continue over the course of the coming hours or even days. Like I said, outperforming quite a lot of cryptos out there right now, nearly 5%. People really waking up to the potential of Jasmine. But if you are bullish on Jasmine, or you want me to cover specific parts or something you're not sure about, drop it in the comments down below. Let me know what you want me to talk about when it comes to Jasmine, or I'll just keep bringing you some updates. But I'm super excited about Jasmine. I've continued to buy like I did with a number of other coins. If you join my live streams, we talk about Jasmine, we talk about everything else going on in cryptocurrency. But don't forget, leave a like on the video, drop a comment. It supports the algorithm, really supports the channel. So I truly, absolutely appreciate every single one of you coming from the Jasmine community. And as ever, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.